Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Erika Cole's Soul Kitchen. Today on this episode, I'm showing you how to make an easy, cheesy pizza that is very simple to make and very low in cost. To get started, I'm going to preheat the oven to 450 degrees per the package instructions. I'm using a crust mix that cost me about 79 cents, but you can use whatever you like. And here I'm just mixing the dough up so that I can let it sit. Per instructions, it says to let it sit in a warm area for 5 to 10 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. For the sauce, I'm using a New York style pizza sauce that was store-bought. Of course, we're trying to save money here. Now moving on to the cheese, I have some mozzarella cheese mixed with some Italian Feta cheese. So there's blended in really well in here. And then for the sauce, I doctored this up, and it has a little bit of sugar, salt and pepper, a little bit of accent, just to make it taste the way I like it. Yeah, so that's all you need. Just a few ingredients. So now that my dough has sat, I'm going to use some olive oil spray to spray the pan I'm going to use to actually spread out the dough. So you don't have to do this, but I like to do it because it's a lot easier for me to, lay it down. So I'm just going to get everything that was sitting all rubbed in, and now I'm going to start kneading the dough out to start making my crust. So here, as I'm getting the crust to the size and shape I want, this part is very tedious and it may take some time for me to get it to the shape I want. So I wanted to leave this here for people that need help with getting their shape of their crust. So if you don't want to watch it, you may want to fast forward, but I didn't want to not put this here for those who may need help doing this. Perfect, so my crust is the exact size that I want. So I'm moving on to adding my pizza sauce, and I'm just going to evenly distribute this throughout the whole crust until it's the way I like it. So just as an FYI for the sauce, I probably used about a half a cup. I'm not really sure because I didn't measure it, but you can use as much depending on how much you really like to have on your pizza. So if you like less, then use less. If you like more, then add more. I'm moving on to the cheese, and again I have Italian blend cheese here and mozzarella mixed together. So I'm just going to evenly spread this around. I like mine cheesy, so I'm going to probably have to re-up on another batch of cheese, but I'm starting out with about, I think this is probably like a half a cup maybe. Make sure you cover all areas of the pizza and make sure that you leave no cheese on the crust because you want to have crust. You may get some spaces where you might have cheese on it, but that's fine. But just make sure you're getting the inside part. So as you can see, I did run out of cheese. So all I did was just get another half a cup of Italian blend and mozzarella. And I just finished adding the parts that I missed. And also just add in an extra layer of cheese just so I can make sure the pizza is cheesy. So to finish this off, I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. Yeah, give it that look at the top. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little coat of Italian seasoning on top of the cheese. And this is totally optional. I'm going to spray the top with olive oil. So guys, here's the almost finished product. It looks great, and now it's time for it to go in the oven. And again, my oven is set to 450 degrees, and I'm going to leave this in here for 12 minutes to start, and then I may want to leave it in a little longer depending on how it looks, but we'll start with 12 minutes. Oh my God, so this is how it looks in the oven. This is at 15 minutes, and it's exactly how I want it. The color and everything is so bubbly, it looks so delicious. So I'm ready to take this out now. So I'm just gonna take it out of the oven, and I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes before I try to cut it. But look how tasty it looks. It just looks so good. The crust is exactly how I want it. The cheese is exactly how I want it. So this is how you make a cheesy pizza at low cost. So I have let this delicious, yummy thing sit for 5 minutes. Now I'm just cutting it up. Just to top this off, I like to add Parmesan cheese on mine, so I'm just going to add this Parmesan and Romano mix on top, and it's all good to go. So here it is, my lovely people. This is the easy, cheesy pizza recipe that you can make with your kids for dinner or just for lunch. It doesn't cost too much. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on my video, and check out my other videos as well. Bye.